Let me give a shout out to Becky Vanderdeen for sending me this story right here. And if you want to hear something that's going to get your blood boiling, well, this is the story for you. Talk about true injustice right here. But it's not so surprising. But this is probably one of the worst cases of injustice I have ever seen fall before a black man in a very, very long time. So in this image, you have the picture of a man by the name of Wilbert Jones, who probably got hit with probably one of the worst cases that can ever fall before a human being. And I'm going to read the title of this article that's coming from Black Sports Online, and I will leave the link in the description. It says, and this is the title, "Black man who has been in jail for 45 years for a rape the police set him up for and knew he did not commit will be set free. But the judge says he has to pay the court $2,000 first." So this man was stripped of 45 years of his freedom. He's been locked up since he was 19. He's just now getting out off of a rape charge or a conviction that he did not commit, and he was set up by these terroristic cops. And then the judge orders him to pay $2,000, so he's lost his freedom, and now he's about to lose more money. Makes you wonder how much they're going to pay him out in some kind of a I guess some type of restitution. And like I said, what I just read to you was just the title. I haven't gotten into the details of the article yet because I haven't started reading it yet. But I will, starting right now. The justice system is bad now, but it was worse back in the day before hashtags and social media, where a man like Wilbert Jones, who was 100% innocent, had no way to fight back against the police and dirty prosecutor. It is a slap in the face that after spending his entire adult life in jail, they want him to pay $2,000 to be free. So $2,000, which he probably does not have, I'm almost certain he doesn't, is standing between him and his freedom. He shouldn't have even been there in the first damn place. Wilbert Jones was 19 years old when police arrested him in 1971 on suspicion of kidnapping and raping a nurse in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Now, 43 years later, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. A judge has overturned his conviction. Jones will be released and walk out of prison a free man after he pays $2,000 bail. State District Judge Richard Anderson ruled that the decades-old case against Jones was weak at best and determined that authorities at the time withheld evidence that could have exonerated Jones decades ago. NBC News reports that Jones showed no visible reaction in the courtroom when the judge announced his freedom and the $2,000 bail. In his ruling, Judge Anderson said the state's case against Jones rested entirely on the nurse's testimony and her questionable identification of Jones as her assailant. For all we know, she probably just said, oh, it was a black guy that did it, and they just found the nearest black guy, and it just happened to be him. She picked Jones out in a police lineup more than 3 months after the rape, but also told him that the man who raped her was much taller and had a much rougher voice than Jones. According to Jones' attorney, the nurse description fit a man who was arrested but never charged in a similar case 27 days after the nurse's attack. In 1973, that same man was arrested in the rape of a third woman, but only charged and convicted of armed robbery in that case. What kind of shit? Let me keep going. I told you this is going to get your blood boiling. Anderson said in his ruling that this evidence showed police knew of the similarities between that man and the nurse's description of her attacker, but nevertheless, the state failed to provide this information to the defense. The prosecutor in the case has an astounding 11% conviction reversal rate. Everyone in jail isn't innocent, but how many black men have lost their lives because they were just black and at the wrong place at the wrong time? Far too many to count. Shoot. You're right, it is too many to count. This man lost his entire life behind something that the damn terroristic cops knew wasn't true. Set him up to take this fall. Even the nurse said that this guy did not fit the exact description of this guy. And I want to know what the race of this nurse was. I'm willing to bet she was white, because, it goes with that narrative that, oh, if it was a black guy that raped a white woman, we're going to just send him away to jail. But they sent this guy away to jail and they knew he wasn't the guy that did it. And then they ordered him to pay $2,000 for his freedom. Are you kidding me? This guy doesn't have $2,000 just lying around. Hopefully, some people will help him raise that money so he can get out. And I'm very sure that I hope the story becomes more widespread and more people get exposed to it. But this is absolutely ridiculous. This guy has been locked up since the age of 19. He doesn't know what it's like since the 70s, and he's finally getting freedom. Well, supposedly in the year 2017, maybe, but he has to come up with $2,000 first. Even though they know this man is innocent, they still are making him pay. I'm telling you, the world hates black men. I mean, they hate black people as a whole, but they despise black men with a passion. This would never happen to a white man. I don't give a damn what anybody says. This would never, ever happen to a white man. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. I will, like I said, I will leave the link to this article in the description, as well as the email, PayPal, and Patreon as well. I will talk to you in the next one.